Yesterday, Pikmin 4 was officially released, and I spent a lot of time playing it. But is it even any good? Is it overhyped? After over 9 hours of playtime and 2 pages worth of notes, let's talk about that. First and foremost, this game is awesome. There's no way I could have ever played it for essentially 9 hours straight if that wasn't the case. But by no means is it perfect. In this video, we're going to talk about the good, the meh, and the ugly of this game. Starting right off with the elephant in the room, or rather the dog in the room, Oatchi. I think that Oatchi is a fantastic addition to the Pikmin series. The fact that you're able to ride him, which allows you to swim and jump, is awesome. Being able to upgrade his strength, pull power, and other perks is fantastic. I love how he is able to attack other creatures. His scent ability is an absolute lifesaver. He's great at digging, and much more. Now let's talk about the gameplay. Pikmin 4 has some fantastic gameplay that feels very polished. It's smooth, there's lots of cool puzzles and things to do. The exploration feels nice and looks great. The controls are intuitive and work well. There's tons of different awesome enemies and bosses. The music sounds fantastic, and it has a nice level of difficulty. The home base mechanic in this game is really cool and adds a different dynamic to the game. It's awesome seeing all the different people you save end up there, and I love how it lets you select a variety of different modes. Along with that, I love all the awesome Pikmin types in this game and the unique style in which you unlock some of them. It's really cool how certain Pikmin have a nice level of scarcity to them, making them feel special. I love how you gradually unlock more and more Pikmin slots, and when you find a new type, it is just so satisfying. I love being able to upgrade your gear with raw material and having to look around the map for it. I think that it adds an interesting depth to the game and creates a cool dynamic. Along with that, you have to spend it wisely or else you might be screwed. The underground parts of this game are absolutely fantastic, and I'm really glad that they exist. They're fun, they're unique, they're challenging, and it feels so fun collecting Pikmin down there. Along with that, I love all the characters and how there are so many. They add a good depth to the game, and they actually have a purpose. It's also really fun just seeing them in your home base once you found them. All the different environments in Pikmin 4 help keep the game fresh and make progression feel much more worth it. I love how you get to design your own character, and based off the way you design yours, it changes the designs of the other characters. That's some really amazing attention to detail. I love the ability to switch between playing as you and Oatchi. It allows for some cool puzzles, some fun interactions, and some exclusive challenges. I love how you can create your own hotkeys. It's a very cool and useful feature. Dandori battles are such a cool feature that make the game feel really fresh. The battles are really fun, as well as the challenges. I love that there's items in this game that you can collect and use. And finally, I just love how much content there is. There are so many collectibles, enemies, quests, Pikmin, modes, and more that this game just stays fresh for so long. Now let's talk about the meh stuff. And I really only have one. And that's the fact that you can only have 3 Pikmin types out at once. On one hand, it forces you to be more dynamic and think a lot more. But on the other hand, it makes it more annoying and doesn't allow you to just use all your Pikmin at once. And now it's time for the ugly. Starting with the fact that you have to use raw material to build things. I personally preferred the old system and just thought that it made more sense. Along with that, I have found some of the treasures to be incredibly clunky to find, and it just gets a little frustrating. Just like how some of the enemies can be a bit hard to deal with. I'm looking at you, Crab. Something else that can be a little hard to deal with at times is Oatchi. There are times where I feel like he just completely forgets how to play his own game, and it's really frustrating. Another thing I find incredibly frustrating and confusing is the fact that when you pick up an explosive, it goes into your inventory. Why can't it just stay being held by a Pikmin like in the previous game? Now for the 2 biggest issues I have with this game. The first one is I feel like there's not enough raw material. There's all these cool things I want to build and buy, but I just never have enough treasure. And the second one is the fact that they got rid of the food system. I felt like the food system in Pikmin 3 added a lot more pressure to the game and made it more intense. It forced the game to be a little more fast-paced, and you couldn't just chill in the same area over and over. You needed to find food, and you needed to explore. I think the food system really would be a huge win if it was still here. With all that being said, though, let me know what you guys think of Pikmin 4 down in the comments. I'm really interested to hear what y'all have to say. Shout out to my wonderful YouTube members. Y'all are amazing. And of course, thanks for watching, everyone, and peace out.